Alright, welcome to another cigar moment. Intro to a deluge. Quite the frog strangler, actually. I mean, it rained hard for 5 minutes. You scope around. It's moving on. Oh man, I've got so many plans, so many things to do. I'm mapping it all out now. Just finished another video. No spoiler alerts, so I'm going to post it probably Saturday. I got 2 more videos after that I have yet to create, but I got footage for. Videos. There's Thor making his announcement. I mean, this happened really quick. This storm came and went like that. My chair's all wet. So am I now. I'm sitting in it. I ordered some of my author copies of my books. I'm going to do a video of that, of what I have posted on, not posted, what I have in Amazon.com for sale and free. If you're Kindle, if you have Kindle books, you can get most of my books free. Sky's talking, that's for sure. Geez, what a wonderful day, even with the rain. I'm soaked. I just can't believe I did that. Sat in a wet chair. I didn't know it was wet until I sat in it, but what the hell, I'm already wet. Go for it. I'm going to set up my camera if I can. The table's all wet too. I mean, it was splashing water everywhere. Let me see here if I can get this balanced. I'll let my tripod. It's really stable. I don't know if I have an extra phone in there. I probably should put my phone somewhere else. Cancel. My phone seems to want to dance. My phone seems to want to call SOS a lot. Maybe because it needs to. I don't know. Shit, this isn't what I'm going through right now. Whew. I considered going out today, rehash the Jasper area. I might do that. Well, I'm going to do that, because when I went down there the other day and looking for the Arkansas Grand Canyon in Jasper, I had a dickens of a time finding it, and when I found it, it was like so disappointing. It wasn't the Grand Canyon. And then I did more I guess research and figured out that there's a scenic view drive that's down there that you can go through. And so I depended on Siri the first time I went to Jasper. Siri was so confused, it sent me to a fish market thinking it was the Grand Canyon. So I bought chicken. 2 chicken fillets, which I'm going to have for dinner. I got one thawing out now, one in the freezer. I fully intend to enjoy that, because you know, it's like a 100-mile round trip to Jasper from where I'm at now. Well worth the journey. I mean, I reviewed the video I'm going to post here shortly. So the Indian Hills, I'll get through this. Indian Hills caves. It's the Blanchard Springs caverns that's going to come next when I get through with it. Well, maybe not next, but after my Indian Hills thing, which is next. Whew. That certainly cooled things off. I had to get some long john pants. Sweatpants, sorry. But not enough bourbon, too much beer. That should be a t-shirt. Not enough bourbon, too much beer. I might do that. Or is it not enough beer, too much bourbon? That's the other side of the coin. Shit, this is a good shot. Went to get some beer and wine and alcohol, and the internet was down. Go figure. And the lady says, "You got cash?" I said, "Well, sort of, kind of. You know, I had $24 on me." "Well, we can only accept cash right now." And I said, "Well, at least I can buy beer and wine." So I bought cheap wine and cheap beer. Total about $17, I think, cash. And if I had waited like 15 minutes, the internet would have been up and I could have used my credit card and bought all kinds of shit, which I did today. This is yesterday I'm talking about. And I haven't eaten since breakfast, and I'm not hungry at all. I mean, I had a little snack of chips and dip about 30 minutes ago, and I'm just not hungry. I was going to cook that chicken steak that's thawing out in my refrigerator, but if you're not hungry, why eat? I mean, you're adding on pounds you don't need. Your body says you're not hungry enough to eat, so don't eat. So that's what I'm kind of having a, it's like what, Mr. Watts says it's 3 o'clock, 1500 military time. So I'm enjoying the weather, harsh as it may be. Holy crap. I was just imagining a tornado coming through here because it was that rough of a wind. Even though, oddly enough, my wind chimes over here never moved the whole time the wind was blowing. I mean, my awning was shaking like hell, but the wind chimes never freaking moved. They didn't. I mean, look at this. They were as still as they could be. They were very still. They did not move. Just like that. The hang there. The awning was shaking. I never once heard the wind chimes. Is that weird or what? I mean, it's like a hand of God was holding them. Forgive the saying that. I just, it's mystifying me to hell right now. Ray, my good friend, you have a lot of wind chimes in your place, and I enjoyed every moment of it when I was sitting there silently listening to them wing. And the wind was barely blowing, and they were going off like crazy. Mine, on the other hand, no, they haven't. And I had plans for this weekend to go down to Gatlinburg with my daughter, grandsons in there, and to celebrate Gavin's birthday. He turned 11. But she could not get the day off. Now, she does everything backwards for these people. She just bends over backwards, and she works weekends. They call her, she works in, you know, when she's not scheduled to work, she goes in to work, and they wouldn't give her the 2 days off she wanted. What? If you people are listening to this, Sarah should show you this video. You're fucking up. Well, I should beep that out, so in retrospect, beep. But damn, if my daughter's doing things for you, you should do things for them in in exchange. Look, either I've had too much to drink or not enough. One of the two. Okay, don't judge. I was scoping out some places to go after here. I think my day of ending here at this restaurant, RV park, is the end of this month, around the 27th or 28th. I think the 28th is my last day. I got to move out of here. I was going to do laundry today, but I got lazy. Besides, I don't have very many dirty clothes right now. Somebody shooting? Sound like somebody's target practice. It is Arkansas. I think someone's target practicing. I think it's a 22. Sounds like a 22. I remember a time when me and Charles, my stepbrother, in Arizona, this is back decades ago, we were showing off our guns, and we went out in the country near a cattle ranch, believe it or not, and we were shooting. And have you ever heard of cattle mutilations and the sense of UFOs? Well, we found a cow that had been mutilated. I mean, literally, you could look at it. I mean, Charles freaked out. We gotta go, man. They're gonna think we killed the cow. No, that cow's been dead for days. And still, Charles is Charles, and he was panicking. So we packed our guns up and got in the car and drove off. But man, when you look at those things, you can tell it's not natural. No predator did that. There was no blood, there was no footprints, there was nothing. It was just a cow laying there, all bloated and surgically mutilated. No lips, no eyes. Unbelievable. I've seen one of those. I mean, for real. I didn't even inhale. What the hell is going on with my coffee? But it was unbelievable. That's why I was asking about Sasquatch. I mean, if so many people have seen or heard that thing howling in the woods and taking pictures of it, it's got to exist, right? Right? Just like the scandals in Washington. Everybody sees them, but they don't really exist. Time will tell. Smoking. You know, I think when I leave here, I'm deciding on where I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go to some place where I can park alongside the lake, and I'll pay money for that. I mean, property taxes due just to the tune of $1,500 I got to pay for property tax. I'm still figuring that stuff out, but apparently I overpaid Honda Finance a significant amount of money, and they refunded it to me in the amount of a check for almost $1,000. If Sarah follows through and deposits that for me, you know, she puts on a back of it deposit only, and they can put it in my checking account directly, then it kind of offsets that, but I'm still out $500 in taxes. Property tax, not federal tax, to clarify. Looks like the storm is passing. Still hear thunder in the background. Still raising hell in the skies. Got some Dinty Moore microwave dishes to eat if I get hungry, but you know, I'm not a sponsored anymore. If I ever get to work, I get sponsors. I'm not a sponsor of that. So in retrospect, I've covered myself. I mean, if you guys are watching my videos, please like, subscribe, or whatever you'll share. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to do a video on my books. I ordered sponsors. I ordered author's copies of my books. I'm going to do a little shameless plug for them. If you like science fiction, then I'm your author of the weird, really weird. And people take a first view of my books, kind of like, where are you coming from with this? You got to think about it, really. Sort of like playing chess with your mind. And, it's so quiet now. Quiet after the storm, or wait, quiet before the storm. Well, this is after the storm, so it's got to be quiet after the storm. I started to go out exploring today. I guess I was going to go back to Jasper, but that's 100 miles round trip. I'll save that for another day. And believe it or not, I am not a smoker until recently. And by recently, I mean just since I've been here. Because this atmosphere demands that you have some sort of euphoric feeling to your conversations. Esoteric as it may be to other people you don't even know, you've never met and never will meet. Whew. I'm surprised we still have power. This is a well-established RV park, apparently hardened over the decades it's been here. So I guess a few thunderstorms or whatever. See the sun trying to come out. Excellent smoke. Excellent smoke. It's going down smooth with the beer. Wait. The beer's going down smooth with the smoke. There we go. Got it right. You gotta try this if you hadn't. You don't let it become too overwhelming. My daughter got me some good news the other day. She said one of her co-workers who was leaving has a house for rent. And Sarah's going to take up the rent on the house. This is in North Carolina, 30 minutes from where she works at. And if that pulls through, which it should, according to her, by the end of this month, which is when the other lady's leaving, she'll have a place to stay. She's all happy about it and excited. And I'm glad, you know, because I told her, you just have to be positive. And there we go. Be positive and shit will happen. Be negative and shit will happen. Sorry, Aunt. Ooh. Ghosts in the smoke. This is definitely the sound of silence. I'd blow smoke rings, but I don't want to show off. Got a few in there. The problem with bourbon and beer is you don't know which to drink first. Someone once asked me a question. What's the difference between an amateur drinker and a professional? Well, the answer to this is a professional. Well, I'll just go with the amateur first. An amateur keeps count of the drinks they drink, and a professional does not give a damn. Guess which one I am. Ooh, that's really... I still haven't heard a sound from the wind chimes. Of course, the wind is dead calm right now. Cool. So far, everything's working out. Not knock on wood, but or jinx myself. Knock on wood, peck on wood. Wood too. Some people smoke because they have a habit of smoking. Me, I smoke because I enjoy it. And I drink because I enjoy it. It's not because I need to. I mean, a lot of people wish I wouldn't drink, my family. I understand that. I mean, it's not got a hold of me soul-wise. It didn't crush my lifestyle. It is part of my lifestyle. I don't know if there's tobacco in this thing or not, but man, is it smooth. All the way to the bitter end. Bitter end. Let me try something here. Maybe that might... Shoot. Okay. Gotta get my lighter. Why I put it in my pocket, it's only because of the rain. Well, that made it smoother. It actually did. I'm going to put it up there. Let's see, what's next? I got a haircut the other day. My Aunt Norma told me, I don't know if I told you this or not, I may have, but she said if you ever want a good haircut, you go to a beauty salon. Now in Arkansas, a man going to a beauty salon is like you walk in the door and everyone that was chatting and talking shuts up. It's like you go into the wrong bar. You know, everyone's quiet. They look at you like you're from outer space and like, why are you here? And I said, can I get a haircut? The lady says, yeah, but it's going to take me about 20 minutes. So I went to a Kentucky Fried Chicken place, which is directly across the street, and I got waited on by, I think I said this before, but if I didn't, or if I did, even if I did or didn't, I'm going to say it now. He had way too much makeup on for a guy. And maybe even the person he pretended to be. He tried to make his voice sound feminine. Girlish. We'll go with that. And it didn't work. Apparently, even though his smallest figure, he had a pretty deep voice for a guy, a girl, or whatever the hell he was. And he looked really nervous. Like, I've never seen you in here before. Are you going to kill me? Are you going to attack me? No. Huh. He really was nervous. I mean, I've never seen you in there before. The other guys behind me now, apparently had been locals and they've been there before. They just like took everything in stride. So I kind of went, okay, he's not new here. He's been here a while, so they know him. And I'll just order my meal, and which was a chicken pot pie, and it was wonderful. It was tasty. If you ever want a chicken pot pie, go to KFC. I almost said Kentucky Fried Chicken, but wait, that's the same. Well, I'm watching the birds watch me, watch them. I'm coming to the end of my cigar, and it's really a wonderful day to relate to you guys. Kind of a different cigar moment. Still got a few minutes on this cigar. It's burning really neat. You get out in the wind, and the wind fucks with the cigar. Sorry, Aunt Nora. The wind messes with the cigar. It burns it sideways, and you have to relight it and whatnot. But this is kind of smooth. Ooh. Don't see anybody out at all. I'm the only one sitting here outside. Of course, I haven't walked around. I probably don't intend to, because it may rain any minute now. I've been wet before, especially in the Army. They have a saying in the Army, if it ain't raining, it ain't training. If you get the meaning of that. And I've been in a lot of training situations where it's just pouring down rain, and I had a poncho on and I still got wet. For those of you who don't know what a poncho is, it's a makeshift raincoat, like a tent, with a hole in it for your head. I enjoyed my time in the Army up until the last 4 or 5 years when it suddenly became non-Army. I'll give you an example. Now, I'm in the E7, which is pretty high rank, Sergeant First Class, and I'm walking down the quadrant there, and I see a soldier without his hat on. You're supposed to have your hat on, you know, when you're outside. And I walked up to him and I said, "Where's your cover?" And he goes, he hands me this little card. They call it a stress card. Can you believe that? A stress card. Which means he's under so much stress not to hassle him about Army things that you're supposed to follow. And I said, "Wait, I looked at that card and I kind of read it. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it said it was a soldier's under a lot of stress, leave him alone." And I went, "Hell no, he's not in uniform." So I chewed him from one side up, down, over, and down the other side, and he cried. He literally cried. Well, as it turned out, he turned me into the commander, because I took that stress card and I tore it up. I tore it up in front of him. I said, "What the fuck is this shit?" Sorry for the cussing, but I tore it up. And I didn't throw it on the ground. I gave it back to him, and he threw it on the ground. I said, "Well, you just littered. You need to pick that shit up." And he started crying again. And I said, "Holy crap, what am I dealing with here? What kind of," I want to say, starts with a P and ends with a Y, but the long story is, I got called on the carpet by the commander for destroying government property. The card, the stress card, was government property. And at that point, I knew the Army had changed. Most of the military today has changed. I mean, I saw on YouTube the other day about a what do they call it, a transvestite modeling Army uniforms for transvestites. What? Now, this is in the Navy. Apparently they're far advanced in this kind of stuff. I don't know. But he was a transvestite, and he was decked out in a military uniform like none I've ever seen for the Navy. Holy crap. If that's our Navy, we're fucked. And I'm not sorry for saying fuck. Well, dude. Fox, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, man, you're in the wrong uniform. You should be in that pansy-ass uniform, for Christ's sake. Or us staying up and safe. I'm in the wrong Navy. Do something about it. I'm glad I'm retired. I don't think I would stand for shit like that in my army. You know what I told the commander after he said what he said, you know me, about tearing up government property? I said, well, sir, if that's the kind of government property that you're worried about, it frickin' needs tearing up. I saluted and walked the hell out without being dismissed.